Spirit basically comes from breath. The spirit of the word, the spoken word in particular. It's literate modern people who struggle with the meaning of spirituality because they need to see what the ear has heard. But for those who know how to listen, spirit is something that we can hear. And to dwell in spirit is to dwell in interiority. Spirit is the real but immaterial. And it's immaterial in the way that the identical realities that you can hear in my breath right now. Right now, I'm breathing in a certain way, and my breath itself is an articulated breath. It's a breath of spirit, but it's not the material that you're dwelling in. Because if it were the material, then it would just be the breath as sound waves in space and time. But the point about spirit is that voice allows for an interiority to open itself up as interiority without being violated. See, sight only deals with surfaces. Sight can only handle the veneered, or what can, if I hold a block here, the surfaces are registered in a kind of three-dimensionality. Sound is all around you. Sound penetrates you, and sound offers an entering into the other. When I say it allows an entering into the other, sound itself, this is so much of Walter Ong's work, is sound itself is a presence. The presence of the person comes through sound, and the very sound itself is a interiority that other people can enter into. I think part of the issue about spirit is that people will miss it if they look for it. The more that you look for spirituality, the more that you will miss it, because spirituality is something that is heard. It's the omnipresent environment in which you're in. You're continuously listening to language speak, and language is an ancient alien other through whom you come to know yourself. Somehow there is articulated breath as spirit. And I think breath and spirit are also wonderful examples of what's under some degree of conscious control, but is also beyond conscious control. You can try to articulate your breath. You can try to regulate your breathing and exercise very careful breathing exercises to help you get control of that. But fortunately, when you forget about it, your breathing picks up on its own autonomous accord. The same thing with our speech to ourselves, that incessant voice that we have within, that what William Gass called thoughts that we burn like beacons against the darkness. All of these senses of the word, the spoken word, that is the spirit. Word is the logos, and the logos is the presence of a person, and that person is nothing but an interiority. Speech is the real but immaterial, and when I say it's immaterial, again, it's the words as words aren't located in the materiality. If they were, they could just be stolen. There would be a diminishment if multiple people listened to it. Somehow the words are locatable through the sounds, but they're not synonymous with the sounds. In fact, if you have different people say the same words, each one can have different intonations, different pitches, different rates, all saying the same word, and yet in the materiality, there's just difference, right? Where's the sameness? Somehow the fact that different people can, quotes, say the same word, even though it's at different materialities, different places in space and time, different acoustical blasts, the identical sameness that people experience, that is the spirit. That's the real but immaterial. That's where humans live, and it's because we speak.